Hey guys, hey, I'm on something. I don't know if I have to introduce myself. I should do my introducing some every now and then. But yeah, I'm just wanting to know. That last video was from Matthew, and there's a second account of this that's found in Luke. And there's always been a controversy because there's different genealogy showing up there. So what I'm going to find out is, let's see what that says. Alright? I did the same thing. It's probably about 2 o'clock in the morning, so maybe I shouldn't talk so loud. Where I'm situated, I'm in the back corner of a big yard, which makes me in the middle of it, or in the backyard of everybody else's house around here. They're like a four corners. But anyways, it was very interesting. It was a fun little ride, and between between the Old Testament and the New Testament, they use the same stuff. Remember, this is I noticed on my last one I said I only went as far as 5, but the numbers go. God's number 1, 2 is what he creates, his kingdom, that's 2. 3 is him and his kingdom together, and he's talking about you, the kingdom. 4 is your body and the world. It's your conscious, where your conscious is at that moment. And of course, this goes up to try to change these things, these worlds of ours, and they're divided into 4. So every now and then you're going to get something that's a north, east, south, west, and it's really like we travel. We're traveling in these books from right to left. Is that the way it is? But the way I've got it written down is I think we're going from our left brain to the right. So you're going from east to west. Or, yeah, from east to west whenever it comes down to doing this. But anyways, that's how it would read. And so that's 4 is your body. 5 is the skin itself. Everything to do with the skin. You're the sacrifice. You're the chosen one. You're the one that's being prepared for this. That's 5. 5 is the senses, the body, yourself. Skin. 6 is the accomplishments, the top of the ladder. This is where you're about to go over. This is about accomplishments and making it to a certain place, which they call as rest, which is 7. 7 is a rest. It's also a place where you get your help. That's where you get your buddy. That's how you connect to the other side. This is the marriage to the wife, or to mother. That begins your mother. So that's 7. 8 is completion, and 9 is just the number for consciousness itself, which is in duality. So it has a good side, which is 144,000. That's 9. We toss our nets to the right side of the boat to catch fish, which is the truth, and that's where we get it from. We're unbeknownst of it, but I'm learning it. I'm learning the truth, and I got it. I'm sure I got the knowledge to try this, to learn this, by going up and asking for it. So that's what that happens. Okay, so that knowing that what we have to look for is we also have to read it from the back first. All right, and what we're looking for is we're looking for groups of 4. We're looking for groups of 3. 4 would be, your situation of the world, because then it's set out to where you've got it's independent. This is what your mind is at. This is where your emotions are at. This is where your body or your physical side is at. And this is where your spirituality is at. That's what that means when you break down the 4 sides of the 4 parts of our brain. All right. So these are the sons of God. All right, so it's going to start off right off the bat with 4, which are the 4 worlds. It's Canaan, is the possessor, the purchaser. 2, the second is it's coming from the north. This is vigor. It's a strength. It's active strength. That's from the north. South is the strength is to put. Who puts is fixed. Seth is like, you're put. The put means kaput. But that's what Seth means. He who puts it is fixed. You're not getting anywhere. E becomes Adam, man of the red earth. So this is, you're just worshiping this death, the man of the red earth. It's like, you haven't risen yet. You're still stuck to the earth. All right. So the whole idea is that this is where you come from. You're Adam, right? And what happens is that we live in the land of Canaan. All right. So that's the beginning of it all. Remember, we just started all that. It's really about having a kind of a troglodyte mind. So that's going to set us up for the first sevens. All right. And we get this Malachiel, Jared, Enoch, Methuselah, Lamech, Noah, and Shem. These were all very, important people in our times. Malachi, or Malachiel, or whatever, is the praise of God. That's one. Jared, a ruling, commanding, coming down. That's two, is Jared. Enoch is three, a dedication and disciple. A dedicated disciple is three because we're joined together. Four is Methuselah. And this says, when he is dead, he shall be sent. That's what that means, Methuselah. So when he's dead, so four is your body, or not your, it's your body. It's your actually, it's your consciousness. When it's dead, you're going to be delivered up. We have five. We have Lamech. Five is poor. This is made low. So your skin has been made low. Six is Noah, repose in consolation through Noah, because these things all brothers, and they all add to each other. Through repose, Noah teaches us consolation. And seven, Shem is renowned. This gives us the mayhem. This is the seven is the wrath that we learn your blood sacrifice. That leads back into a three. That leads into a three, which is Araphaxed, Canaan, and Shelah. So what you get is one is the healer, two is the purchaser, two, that's two, and three is that breaks, unites, that undresses. This is three, the three coming together. This is what we're looking for. We want to change. We want to change our lives from Adam, to Jesus. I believe it's the way the story's going to go. All right, knowing all the time that Adam is the sacrifice. I guess. Strike that last one because that's just being silly. That leads to another three. We get Eber, Plague, and R-E-U. So one is one that possesses anger. Two is our bodies, ourselves. We're in division. Three is R-I-U, is to bring us all together. Has his friend, his shepherd, because that's what you want. You want to bring yourself from being by yourself. You want to bring it together. That's what that is. And that opens up to a seven, it looks like. We got Shrug, Nahor, Terah, Abram, Isaac, Jacob, and Judah. Okay, so what we have here, Shrug, is a branch. We're the branch. Remember, they're always talking about the branch. Branch. Two is horse, dry, hot. So that's the beast. That's you and me. All right. Terra is the breath, the scent, the blow. So that's three when they're all coming together. Remember, that's all of us together. You and God. Us and God together is three. Four is Abram. This is going to be the father of the multitude. So he's talking about us. He's talking about our world. Five is Isaac. Five is the body itself. It's laughter. And six, that which supplements, undermines the heel. This is six. He's Jacob. Jacob ladder. Jacob brings you up to the sixth place where you can see God, and he brings you up to this point of changes, and this is where he undermines the heel. And I mentioned this in the last time. The heel, bruising the heel and the head, is about the idea of that you can't remember that you have this power of your own. So what you get is Judah. the praise of God, and through a confession. So it's a type of opening up. All right. So then it comes into four worlds, and it goes like this. We have Perez, we have Esrim, we have Amram, and we have Amenababadad. But anyways, these are states of our minds. So we have Amenababad, our western side, the side that you and I are working off of. This we have my people. So that's, he's talking about my people. He's talking about everything. That's about a world consciousness. So this is world. N is Abram. This is the father of a multitude. This is the N would be the what do you call this here? The oh my goodness, what am I talking about? That's where we get our you know, I'm looking at, there might be something wrong here, but I'm going to see about this here. But that's where we keep our emotions, the father of the multitude. But I'm not so sure about that. And dart of joy, division of a song, that looks pretty good because that's the skin about the division. But Abram, it's the father of the multitude. That's usually about us. It's usually the skin. But anyways, Perez is breaking through, and breath. This would be our east. We're breaking through, and this is the breach. This is the burst. So there's something strange here in one of those words, but you know, and I found a couple of these verses absolutely penetrated with wrong words. You know, I have they're already starting to change things around. But those are the four worlds. We're breaking through. It says a dart of joy. So it's like, you know, it might be getting that one might be the one from, you know, from the top here, from our emotion. That's a dart of joy. And then Abraham would be the father of the multitude. That would be our skin. That would be us. So we flip that around. I think that's exactly how that's going to work. I don't have my pen. Yeah, I do. I won't have you sit around and watch that, but I think we just have to switch those two guys around. We're not going too far now. We've got another four worlds set up. We have our mind becomes a servant now. We've heard this before. Our north comes swiftly from the north. This is the strength. And we have S is salmon. This is righteousness, goodness, and peace. That's our skin. Righteousness, you know, we would want to cleanse our skin. And E is where we're going to, and that's it foretells, it's conjectures, it's on. That conjectures, that foretells. So we're like in an ebb of something like that. Alright, which goes into, it looks like into a 3. Jesse, the gift, that's you. We're Jesse. The one who is beloved is 2. David. Nathan, gift from God. 3. 4, because we give ourselves. We're a gift. And it goes into a 7. We have Mathra, Menna, Malin, Elkim, Jonam, Joseph, and Judah. And so what we have is we have his gift. Scribes of the field. The land of 2 lands. That's you and me. Alright, that's 2. Supplying and supplied is 3. That's giving us help. 3. Eklim, 4 is resurrection of God. So it's 4 is our skin. Do you hear that they're called us God? Okay, and then 5, and he does tell us in the Bible that didn't I tell you that you guys are gods, you know? So Jonam is 5, gift from God. So it's from God to God, you know, kind of interesting. 6 is the increase and addition. This is where you got to the 6 part, and the addition is that you're about to gain something. And 7 is Judah, the praise of the Lord, the confession. We've heard that before. That leads us to another 3, and then we're almost done. All right, are we? Ooh, you guys, we're not almost done. But anyways, here we go. We got Simon. This is a 3. Simon, Levi, and Mathat. So you got the sign. You're associated with him. Levi is associated with him. And Mathat means a gift, a reward to give. So that's 3. So we have another 7 show up. So it's Joram, Elzer, Jolzi, Aram, Leba, Cosm, and Adai. So you have God has helped, a savior, a deliverer. 2, that's the body. Joshua, you're Joshua. 3 or 4 is the watchman. That's the body. You're a watchman over the world. 4, over the world. Over the world. 4, 5 is my God is help. That is my body. My God is help. So maybe it has to do with, you're asking for help. You want to raise your body. You're actually going to be giving it away. 6 is Cosm. That means divining. So divining is like, trying to find the water, I think, divining rod, trying to seek that which is hidden. All right, so that's 6. And 7 is Addy, my witness, adorned prey. That's what we become. We're adorned. We're ready to go. Remember, we go up sometimes with that dough in our mouth, so that when we get cooked, All right, and that opens up into worlds again. 4. We get Malachi, Neri, Shelite, and Zerubbabel. Alright, well anyways, there's 4 of those, how many I said. So the West is stronger, a stranger in Babylon. Zerubbabel means dispersion of confusion. So this is actually something that happens. This is a new world opening up. We have, in the north, I have to ask of God, Elohim. I have to ask of God, so it's a question of some kind. S is my light. My light, when your eye is the lamp of the body, fills with light, and you're my light. E, Melchi, my counsel, making my counsel, my king. Melchi means my king, my counsel. So that's the spiritual side of us. All right, we're getting down to the last page here, and we're starting off with the number 7. So we got Rita, Jonah, Jodas, Joseph, Simeon, and we have Matthias and Math. All right. Okay, so this is pretty cool. This is actually math. It's after math. Let's think about that. So we've got Rita. We got will curse. You got to curse. You're going to kill your body. All right, it's just a bad word for saying that. We'll curse. 2, we are a gift of Jehovah. That's 2. We are a gift. We're created by this. So that's the gift. By the grace of Jehovah, gift of both Jehovah is 2. 3, Jodah. Jodah is a combination of 2 names, Joseph and Jude. So these are like 2, a male and a female. That's 3. 4 is Joseph. It's an increase. Your body, your world is going in for an increase. 5, Simeon, to clear the unclean. This is clean or unclean. 5 is your skin. 6, Mathis, the gift of the Lord is 6. It's the gift of the Lord. It's like you're underneath the tree now. You're about to be opened by Him, and this is Math, wiping away, breaking, fearing, smiting. So this is math, the aftermath. This is number 7, but you understand that that's not really bad. This is cleaning out your bad. It's cleaning the bad out of you, cleaning the hell out of you. Chasing away the demons, they say. But you'll understand that those demons are really just things that you've created and built in your mind, and just need to get rid of them. This is one way of doing it. That's going to lead to another 7. We get Nagai, Elsie, Nabon, Amos, Matthias. I have a friend named Matthias. Joseph, and Jani. And then we only got a couple more after that, so hold on. So what we have Nagai, alright, is to lighten, to reflect light. That's what we want. We want to lighten the world, and we want to reflect light upon the world. So that's 1. 2 is Elsie, Esli, Elsi. Near me, He who separates. So this is two. This is you and I. We're not separating. We're actually trying to come together. But that shows us that we're two. 3 is Nahum, which is the comforter, the penitent. So the comforter comes to you. So this is 3. So you got your joining together. 4, Amos, loading, weighty. This is your skin or your body, your world is loaded. You know, you just can't wait to go and have all this shit cleaned out. And 5, Matthias, the gift of the Lord. You are 5. The skin are the gift of the Lord. You are the Lamb of God. All right. Heavy duty preaching. So that's going to lead into a 3. We get the son of Malachi, Levi, and Methathat. All right. And so who is this? We have the son of Malachi. We have 1, my king, my counsel. 1, that's the way it is, the maker. 2, the son of Levi that's associated with him. That's you, me. That's 2. 3, Matahat, gift, reward, something to give. So there's the 3 is bringing us together. And then it's going to break into another 3, and this is it. All right. This is Heli, the son of Heli, which is Joseph. Heli, well, let's do it right. It goes Heli, Joseph, and believe it or not, it begins with Jesus when he starts his career, when he begins his business. All right. So 1 is Heli. This is the son of This is ascending. Heli means ascending, to climb up. This is 1. This is what we wanted to do. This is Jesus. This is who Jesus is. You are this highly guided, highly or whatever, ascending to climb up. And number 2 is Joseph. You're Joseph, and you're looking to increase in an addition because you're gaining that wife. Remember, he's supposed, and that's what they say, supposed son of Jesus. But to round this thing off, at the time, Jesus began his ministry at 30. So that's a 3. So as soon as you put all this together, when you begin your ascent, and when you increase, and when you bring yourself together into that threefold nature, you are Jesus. Anyways, I wanted to say that before I went to bed. See if I can get this up. So you had 2 different stories from 2 different places, and they rendered about the same story, wouldn't you say? So anyways, just thought I'd tell you that. So there's a way of backtracking and checking our answers and checking things out to see if things are right. There may be a few words or something messed up in there, but I noticed them now. I'm checking them out, and I'll go over them with a fine-tooth comb later on. But anyways, I wanted to tell you that. Good night, good morning, whatever it is you're in, and I appreciate you guys paying me some attention. And paying more attention to this stuff. It's really interesting stuff. I love you, and good night.